Kayaking is a great way to get out and enjoy the outdoors. You have bought a kayak, but you're not sure what else you need in order to get on the water. In this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you need to purchase before you head out to your local kayaking destination. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're just meeting me for the first time, my name's Chris and I'm an outdoor enthusiast. My goal with this channel is to help give you the best tips and tricks so you can live your best outdoor life. I upload a new video every week, so if you're interested in seeing more of my content, go ahead and scroll down and click that subscribe button right now, and be sure to turn on notifications so you know every time I upload a new video. As I start to talk about the 5 items you need in order to get out on the water, there's links to all the items down in the description. So if you're looking to pick one of those up, you can scroll down there right now and click those links. Now, I'm not going to tell you the first thing you need is a kayak. Hopefully you've already figured that one out. But there are some other things you need to budget for as you get into kayaking. The first item you need to pick up is, of course, a paddle. So you can't get the kayak anywhere without some sort of momentum, and the paddle is going to help give you that. There's a large range of paddles in terms of sizes and designs and build qualities, so it's really going to take a lot of research for you to find the best paddle that's going to work for your situation. The idea here is that when you're looking to buy a kayak, you should probably budget towards purchasing a pretty good paddle for yourself. A good paddle is going to make a whole bunch of difference when it comes to being out on the water. Some paddles are metal and they're pretty heavy. Some paddles are really uncomfortable to use, but then there's paddles that are light and good to use and they don't bother your arms. Some paddles also come in carbon fiber. They're a lot lighter of a paddle to use, so they're going to be a lot easier on your arms, but you do have the risk of potentially breaking that because it is a lighter material. So you really have to take some time and figure out which paddle is going to work best for you, and that's going to require some research. Your height and the width of your boat is going to do a lot into helping you determine the length of your paddle, so be sure to check out Google to see any of their charts that are available that would display what length of paddle you need based on your height and the width of your kayak. The second item you need is really not an item, but it's more of a category, and that's safety items. The most important safety item you need to purchase is your personal flotation device. This is going to help you in the event that you were to capsize, fall out, anything like that. So it's really important that you take the time to spend money on something like this. It is required in a lot of states, and a lot of experienced kayakers do recommend wearing one all the time, even if it's not required in your state. As it comes to purchasing a life jacket, you want to be sure that it fits you well, that it's not too loose or too tight. Something too tight is going to be really uncomfortable when you're out on the water. Something too loose could create an instance where it's not going to help you float. So it's really important you're getting that sizing correct. The next safety piece that you need is a whistle. This is going to attach to your life jacket and allow you to alert others if something happens. So if you flip your kayak, you're able to blow your whistle if you need assistance, and others around you are going to know that something's happening and come and help. Last but not least, I recommend carrying a knife as well when you're out kayaking. It's going to give you that extra security so that if you get stuck on something, you have something to cut yourself loose. But also, if you're out alone, it gives you the security of having protection. You don't want to be in an area unsafe and be without any sort of protection, so I highly recommend carrying a knife as well. Your third item that you're going to need to purchase is some sort of water shoe. So now you have a couple different ways you can go when it comes to water shoes. The first option is flip-flops. Now these are great because they're going to dry quickly, they're going to be a little bit more accessible in stores, and they're going to be a cheaper price if you get them from a place like Walmart. But the important thing to remember here is that flip-flops can be held on by one location. They have the ability to slip off of your feet, so it does create an instance where you could have a hazard getting into your boat. That's why a lot of kayakers recommend buying water shoes. They're going to stay on your feet better. They're going to give you a little bit more grip when you're getting into and out of your boat. So it's a great option for you if you're a little concerned about getting in and out of the water. Now, there are people that don't purchase water shoes, and this could be something you think about, but you have to consider the fact that at a lot of boat launches, there's things like lures and hooks that are coming off of people's boats, getting into the water, and you could potentially put one of those into your foot and really just ruin your entire kayaking trip. Imagine going somewhere, getting out, unloading your boat, going to get in the kayak, and you stick your foot with a rusty hook. That's really going to put a damper on your day. I highly recommend purchasing something for your feet And if you really want that extra protection and extra safety, I highly recommend water shoes. The fourth item I recommend for any beginner kayaker is a dry bag or box. A dry box is something that you're going to be able to put your keys, your cell phone, your wallet into, and it's going to help with two things. One, it's going to keep those dry because you can seal it tight. It's not going to allow water to come into the box. And second, a lot of them are able to float. So it's going to help you keep your item floating if you were to capsize your boat. Additionally, you can purchase a bag, and this is great for things like clothes. Now imagine you're out on the water and you have your phone in a nice little dry box, and you have some fresh clothes in a dry bag, and you flip your kayak. You're going to have that extra security knowing that your phone is going to float. It's going to still be dry and work. And of course, you're going to have dry clothes to get into because you're going to be sopping wet. Dry bags are also great if you have a habitual problem of getting stuck in the rain. That happens quite a bit to some people I know. So having a dry bag with dry clothes is great. So when they do get out of the water, they're able to change and not have to drive home in their drenched clothes. And the fifth thing you need to make sure you have, and this one is going to be a little corny, is a great attitude. Remember, you're going out kayaking to have fun. It can be a little stressful. You can be a little worried about going out for the first time, but make sure you remember that you're there to have fun. You're out there to learn how to kayak, and it can be a little stressful. Don't stress too much if things go wrong, if you forget something. It's just what happens to everybody. Even people who've been kayaking for years will forget something or have a bad day when they get out to the water. But just remember, when you're out on the lake, you can kind of escape from everything that's going on around you. Also, don't forget to bring things to have fun with. That could be friends, it could be your fishing pole. Whatever you need to enjoy yourself out on the water, be sure to bring those items as well. Now, just a reminder that down in the description are links to all of the items I talked about in this video. If you're looking to pick up one of those, you can click on those Amazon links. It'll take you right to a page where you can purchase them. When purchasing a kayak, it's really important to remember that you need more than just the kayak. You need to budget for things like your paddle, your safety devices, your water shoes, licensing, anything like that. But let me know in the comments, what other items do you recommend for beginner kayakers? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like, and I'll see you in the next one.